Gumroad Workflows. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Gumroad to create workflows, how to create a sequence of emails, how to schedule your emails, how to target a segment of your list with these emails. And then at the very end, I'll go over the analytics side of those emails. All right, so now that we're at our Gumroad dashboard, we're going to go to workflows right here on the left side. And then you'll see a list of all the workflows you have if you have any. Otherwise, it would probably just look blank for now. But this is an example of a few workflows I have, one I'm creating or I will create soon. I have one right here that I'm starting to work on. I have another 4 email sequence that I've already created. And it shows you right here. So this is the title of my workflow right here is a Gumroad guide. And then people that are inside of this funnel, they'll get a sequence of 4 emails. And this is the title right here for that email or the headline. And then you got the delay, which is basically the scheduling of those emails. So when somebody signs up, when somebody buys my product, the Gumroad guide, they'll get an email immediately. So it shows 0 hours after purchasing the guide, they'll get the very first email. And then one day after purchasing the guide, they'll get another email. 3 days after, the next email. 6 days after, they'll get a following email. Right here, it shows you they're sent. So this will be the total amount of emails I sent. 56 total emails. And you can see I'm starting to get, basically this is how many people I delivered the email to. So less and less people got sent this email. They might have unsubscribed somewhere in between here. Once they got their guide, some of them just unsubscribed. And then we got our open rates. So this will show you a percentage of how many people open this email. So 32% of 56 sent emails opened it. And then the open rate just kind of slowly declines, obviously. The clicks. This will show you the click-through rate. So if you have links inside of these emails, it'll show you how many times people clicked it. I don't have any links on the very first one, so there's 0 clicks. I got links on the following ones. There's 6 clicks, 0 clicks, 1 click. So that'll show your click-through rate. All right, so now let's go to the workflow button right here. And we're going to create a new workflow. And this is where we could start creating this workflow. We're going to first start with the name of the product. For this example, I'll just say Notion Habit Tracker. And this is just for me, so I know like whenever somebody buys my habit tracker, they're gonna go through this sequence of emails or this workflow of emails. At times, I'm gonna say sequence or I'm gonna say workflow. They mean the same thing. Don't get confused. I'm sorry if I use them interchangeably, but they mean the same thing. Okay, so we're gonna give it this name, Notion Habit Tracker, and you have 4 triggers. These 4 triggers are going to either be people that have purchased a certain item, people that sign up to your email list, people that have canceled their membership, and people who have signed up to your affiliates program. The most common ones are going to be these two right here, new subscribers and purchases, which are new customers or returning customers. For this example, I'll just go with purchases. So I'm going to set my trigger for this purchase when somebody purchases a certain product, and I could choose the list of products right here. These are all my current products. So this will show your list of products. So for this example, I'm going to say, let's say Canva. Let's say they bought my Canva product mockup templates. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go with the Notion one. Notion Ultimate Starter Guide. Since I'm going with Notion, I'll just call this Starter Guide. There you go. Makes more sense now. So now when somebody buys this product, it's going to trigger this workflow. This workflow, once again, is a sequence of emails. that gets sent out to whoever bought this one product. You could also set it by people who have not yet bought a certain product. So if you want to like really zero in on a specific segment of your email list, you could also choose from items they bought and items they have not yet bought. You could also go by pricing. So you could choose to segment or to send an email to people who have paid more than a certain amount or people that have paid less than a certain amount. You could also segment your list by dates. So people who have purchased after a certain date, or you could send a workflow to people who have purchased before a certain date. And then the last segmentation is by location. So if you want to target your audience by location, so say you want to target only US customers, or maybe only any of these other ones right here, we could just target a very specific group of customers from any one of these countries, assuming you already have customers from these countries. So for me, I'm gonna go with United States. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with all, anywhere, from anywhere. So we'll click save and continue. So this workflow, which I call the Notion Starter Guide, is gonna get triggered by a purchase when they purchase this one particular item and they are from anywhere in the world. Save and continue. All right, so now we're at the section where we could create the emails. So we'll go ahead and click this button right here, create a new email. And now you got a few things right here, right above the email editor. You could configure the how you're gonna schedule these emails. So basically, how it's normally set up right away, it's 0 hours after purchase, and then you could choose between these other options where it's 0 days after purchase, 0 weeks after purchase. We'll say with 1 hour after purchase, 1 day after purchase, 1 week after purchase. And basically, this is how long will it take before this first email gets sent out. So usually it's common to send the first one out immediately. So we'll say 0 hours after purchase, they will get this email. And then you could get a preview of what the email looks like so far. Right here it says untitled because you don't have a title for your email yet. You're going to put a title, a subject line for your email. So we'll say, thank you for your purchase. And now you can see the headline right above right here. And then also in the preview panel. So now that's thank you for your purchase. And now we could go on to writing our email. Then you got all the elements up here. So you could configure your text. So like, let's go with, once again, thank you for your purchase. Then we can make that bold if we wanted to. We could also italicize this. We could also underline it. Or if you wanted to make a heading, you could choose what size heading, a heading 3, heading 2, and a heading 1. So I'm going to just turn all these off. We'll just say thank you for your purchase and a H1. Thank you again for shopping with us. Your purchase helps fuel our business. I don't know. You could write whatever you want, but I'm just giving you an example of what this would look like right here on the right. So we got the headline once again. Then you got your H1. Then you got your body text. So what else can you add in this editor? So let's go to, if you wanted to add some code, you could toggle the code block. I never use that personally, but if you got some code that you want to add into your email, add code here. You could add it right there. Remove that. Actually, you know what? Now we could use also bullet points if you want to add some bullet points. Point one, feature two, and so on and so forth. You could also do numbered lists. So we'll go back and highlight these and make it a numbered list. And then now you could also do a horizontal line to break the text. So now you add a clear break between the email. Also, next you could quote something. So like, let's go back. Let's say, um, we love creating new products. So now let's say we want to quote this. You can see how it indents the text a little bit away. So now we got this is best for quotes. Let's say we want to add a link to it. So we'll just highlight a word and then click this insert link. And this is where the name of the products, or sorry, the name of the word. You know what? Let's click this. We're going to say link to my blog post. And then you enter your URL right there. We'll say www.youtube.com. Obviously, that's not a blog post. But now you see the text that you wrote, and if they click it, it'll send them to youtube.com or whatever URL link you add to it. Once again, you can see it right here, and if you click, you could click the link to test it. Let's go ahead and add an image now. So we'll add an image. This is something I already had right there. So now you also add images right here. You could also put a URL link on it. So once again, we'll say canva.com. If you click it, nothing happens. But if you click it on the editor, it sends you to Canva. So this is a way for you to test it, to test the links. What else can you add? So you put an image right here. What else can you add? You also could, so if you could put an image, you could also put, I believe you could put a video. No, you can't put a video. And then the last thing you could add is a button. So we'll insert a button. We'll say click here. And then we'll add a URL. Once again, youtube.com. Add button. So now when people click here, it's going to send them to YouTube or whatever URL that you put. Let's go look at the button. It's always going to be black by default and it highlights pink. Unfortunately, you can't customize the colors on this. So now we got our headline or our subject line. We got the heading in H1. Got our body text. We got some numbered bullet points. We got some text with the link, an image with the link. You don't have to add a link to the image if you don't want. Then we got a button with another link. Now, the last thing you could do with your emails is add files. So if you wanted to attach files, you could just add them here. Let's say we want to give them that same image. Or you could add videos. I just noticed had a video right here. So I'll add a video. It's going to take a little longer to load, but you could send people images, you could send them files, your ebooks, you could send them videos. This is a great way to deliver a lot of content to your subscribers, your email list, your customers. You could also disable file downloads, so this means they could only watch it or view it, but they cannot download it. Gives you a little control of how people have or how people interact with your content. That's how they look at that's how they'll see the email. So now if you want to, you could also get a preview. Let's go with, we're still waiting for this to load. We'll just delete that. We'll say save changes. Now what we want to do is send an email preview. If you click this, it'll send an email to you to preview what this looks like. All right, so now this is a little preview of what the email looks like, which is really simple, super basic, nothing special. We're going to want to fix this. Obviously, we don't want this to say thank you for your purchase 2 times. This is another reason why you want to send yourself a preview, because you might catch something you didn't catch in the editor where you want to change some things before you actually send it out. So now let's go back and I'm going to go ahead and I have this as save changes, right? So now we're going to publish this one. We're going to publish, also send to past customers. If you want to send this to people who previously purchased that one product we marked on the previous page, the Notion Ultimate Starter Guide. So if you want to send this out to the people that already bought it, you could toggle this on and then hit publish now. All right, so now this is published. Now we want to add a second email. So on the second email, we want to send this one day after purchase. We're going to say a quick reminder. All right, that's the title, the subject line. And then just to make it give you a better idea of what an email could look like, I'm going to copy and paste something over to show you what it can look like a little bit better. All right, so now I copied over one of my other emails into this one just to give you a look of what an email could look like. So we're going to go over the preview panel on the right side, take a look at all the text and the images, the bold words, your headings, your bullet points. So once again, the dividers. I'm supposed to add a button link right there. I didn't add it yet. But that's basically what it'll look like. And now that we have our email complete, we're going to go ahead and send the email preview to see if we like it. Okay, so now this is what our email is going to look like. This is a little image that I put at the top. This is what I always put at the top of my emails. Got all my text, a special offer at the bottom. There we go. Okay. Looks pretty nice. It looks clean. Everything looks like is laid out properly. So I like this image, I like this message. So that means I'm gonna go ahead and publish this message. We're gonna go back. So one day I'm gonna double check. One day after purchase, we're gonna send this email with the subject line quick reminder. Obviously I want something better than that. And this is the email for it. This is the text and stuff. We'll click save changes. And now we could minimize this. And if we wanted to, we could create a third email. And if you wanted to create a fourth email, what was the second one was, whoops, is this the second one? Oh, okay, so this one went out of order. This is because of the time. So we'll say 2 days after purchase. You can see how, let's give this a subject. 2 days after, just so it's a little bit more clear. Save changes. So now we got our thank you, our quick reminder 2 days after, and this one's out of order. So we're going to have to open that up and say 3 days after. 3 days after. Obviously, these are not good subject lines. This is just for you to kind of keep track of the order of it. Did I write 2? Oh, I did write 2. Anyways. And you could write as many emails as you want. So this will keep track of all the emails you have. It'll keep them in order of how you organized the scheduling of those emails. And then you could always go back and edit these things. So even though you sent these emails previously, more people that come and buy this Notion starter guide are going to still get these emails. So I could always change them if they're not working. I might want to change some images, might want to change the subject line. I might want to change some links, the copywriting, something that'll help it. So we'll click Save Changes for now. Details. Now let's go back to cancel. This will be the last thing. So now that we got our workflow created for Notion Starter Guide, we got our sequence of emails. It shows us the delay between each email. So as soon as they buy it, they'll get this email 1 day after purchasing, 2 days after purchase, 3 days after purchase. It shows you all the cents, the open rates, and the click rates. So for example, like right here, I have all my subject lines, the delay from the purchase date, how many emails were sent, the open rates, and the click rates. And this is how you create a Gumroad workflow. Uh, One thing I would kind of give advice on this one is this is great for like new subscribers. When people to subscribe to your email list, send them an email. Send them an email like a welcome to my newsletter. This is what my content is about. This is what I teach. Here's a few links of other blog posts or products I've created, or maybe some videos you've created, something. Just share with them. Give them a feel for who you are, what you do, what you provide, and kind of just start nurturing your subscribers. Start letting them get to know who you are and what you offer, and then you could build some more emails after that. Just keep giving them weekly emails or however you want to do it. But workflows is a great way for that to happen on the back end. Even when you're not working, your workflows are working for you. um Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you guys have any questions, you could always send me a message on the bottom, or you could send me a message to my Twitter account or X account. You could also join my newsletter. It's in the description below. You send me messages there, or you could sign up to learn from me about what I teach and what I do. Get an idea of how I create my email sequences, and just check it out right there. I'm all about product marketing. So if you want to learn more about that, just go ahead and sign up to the newsletter, and hopefully you enjoy it.